So welcome back to CNN Tonight. We've had a ton of breaking news tonight. Just while we were in the break, there's a fifth Republican who has come out to say that they're going to vote to impeach, and that is Congresswoman Jamie Herrera Butler, who from Washington State. And so joining me now is Democratic Congressman Lou Correa from California. Congressman, thank you. What do you think of that news? Another Republican coming out. And good evening.
Don, I think it's actually right on. I think we've got probably up to 10 Republicans that may actually vote for impeachment tomorrow. This is a sign the Republican Party is taking back the party away from President Trump. This is good news.
The impeachment vote is going to happen tomorrow. There's a small hall where the attack took place. President Trump will likely be impeached. And then what is the timeline as you expected after that?
You know, the timeline, is my understanding from Senator Mitch McConnell, is the trial will actually start at or about the time that Biden will be sworn in as president. So you could be seeing a trial that's going to spill over into the new administration. Nonetheless, I believe the trial will go forward. And based on what I'm hearing out there right now, Mitch McConnell has said effectively that he's pleased with the impeachment process. And I would say don't be surprised if President Trump is impeached in the Senate, like convicted, not charged, but actually convicted in the Senate, which would be good because, you know, if you compare the last impeachment to this impeachment, the other one you talked about collusion, working with the Ukrainians, you know, trying to, pressure the Ukrainians who help his campaign. This one is cut and dry. Yeah. This president got people riled up to attack Congress, a separate but equal institution in our government. And as you know, nobody's attacked Congress since 1812 when the British burned down the Capitol.
Yeah. Listen, I'm told I misspoke. I'm not sure what I said, but it's happening in the same hall. I don't know what I said, but you got the point. Yes. So I'm glad you could answer my question. Listen, I've got to play this video for you. This happened on Thursday, one day after the riots at the Capitol, and you were at Dulles Airport. You were heading home to California when you were confronted by a group of apparent Trump supporters. I want you to watch this, and then we'll discuss.
Police let Antifa in. They opened the doors.
Your lie, your lie has been exposed. Your lie has been exposed. Your lie has been exposed. You're a liar. You're people. No, it's not a democracy. This is a republic. This is a republic. This is a republic. No, this is a republic. We the people, not you, the elitists.
Who are you?
Literally got no spine.
Who are you?
Who are looking at me?
I'm me.
And I'm me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get home. Let's go.
Yeah.
Nobody here voted for you. We don't want you.
That's okay.
We don't want
That's
you.
okay. Who can work for you?
Who voted for you?
A lot of people. 70% of people in my district.
My children's future. My children's future. The mother with you.
No, lady. It's because of you.
You don't care about none of us.
Because I don't take your.
And you're talking to us.
I live in your district. You're supposed to be taking care of us.
Where do you live? Where do you live? Where do you live?
Are you a Democrat?
Where do you live?
Hey, are you a Democrat?
Yes, I am.
You rat?
Wow. Listen, you did not back down. I mean, it was an incredibly tense situation. What were you thinking, especially when that big guy with the bandana was right in your face and he's the guy, I mean, it looks like he was trying to intimidate you. What were you thinking?
Well, you know, I wasn't thinking much other than I hadn't slept the night before. My adrenaline was still flowing from, you know, a situation where Wednesday night, I really thought that we were going to have some very seriously hurt, killed members of Congress. So I didn't sleep. I was still, full of adrenaline. I get to the airport. I'm going to catch my plane that I'm late to, and I turn the corner, and there's, probably 20 of those Trump supporters, and they essentially came down on me. I was surprised, but nonetheless,
How'd they recognize you if they're not even in your district?
I don't know how they recognized me. I was surprised, but they recognized me. They figured out something of who I was. They must have heard me over the telephone, but I never mentioned my name. So I'm quite intrigued as how they figured out who I was, that I was a congressman.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it didn't seem like there was nowhere to go other than challenge them back.
Yeah.
And you know what made me sad was, number one, all those potty mouths, a lot of F words, a lot of just anger and venom being spewed at me. And when you hear that tape very clearly, that's all misstatements, lies, but these are President Trump's lies. They're essentially devout followers of the president, and all the lies that the president puts out is what they were essentially throwing at me.
It's really sad. That's what he's done to them. It's crazy.
And you know, we have an impeachment. Yes.
I have to run. If you can do it really quickly.
Just wanted to say this is why we're going to impeach this president, because he's essentially attacked the United States of America. It's not Dem versus Republican. This is about America.
Congressman Correa, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're safe.